Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer. So in the previous episode we retook Caragdron, and our hope was to recover a little bit of our profits. As you can see, we've got a bit of a cash flow non-issue. We also want to maintain at least 10 public order in the following provinces. So the Silver Road needs to be at +10. So I'm hoping that we can make that a thing sooner or later. And for that, we need this building here. So I think what we need to do really is make sure that our units are the best they can possibly be. We can dismantle the clan barracks now, because we've got a clan barracks in Mount Squighorn. So I might do that. And we actually get a bonus for doing it as well. A little bit of money. We merged armies in the previous episode with Thorgrim, so now we have this super army here. The plan is to take him down to Black Crag and finish off completing this entire province. I think that would be very nice. So we'll send him down, and we're going to send this Lord Thingamajig guy. Ooh, let's have a look. Assassinate. What's our odds? 20%, 57% that we fail. Never tell me the odds. Let's do it. It's XP. If he dies, I guess. Critical failure. Oh no. Tried to take Clubber Spearchucker's life and has been wounded. Yeah, well. I think we'll get him back though. So that was a stupid play. But you know, life's worth taking risks. So, how is our diplomacy doing? We did make friends with these guys, didn't we? They finally decided that they wanted to be with us. Well, Nananai, who are you? We could make them a non-aggression pact. Let's see, we have got a little bit of moolah left over, so maybe we can tempt you with a few pennies. Let's try a little bit more. If you don't want 600 then, or 800 in this case. No, I'm not paying any more. They will slowly become more friendly with us as time goes along. As you can see, it's neutral and improving, which is great. So the less time we are enemies with them, the better we'll be off for it. Apparently their strength rank is greater than ours, though I find that hard to believe since we own nearly 2 provinces. Mohaha. Right, okay. So let's just pass the turnover. Should have had a look at the our other province actually. Oh my god, I just saw his army and it was big. He has got a massive army. And he is in this fog somewhere. Probably where the winds of magic are. So, we're not actually going to wipe out the greenskins by taking Black Crag, but it is their capital. And unless line of sight is a thing, then it is largely unprotected as well. That I can get behind. Caragdron has a building spot left over. Some income and more timber, which is good for trade. This seems to be the only place with timber as well, so maybe we'll consider that. We can't put gates in, we're not ranked high enough for that. And it suggests that we don't build that. So actually I will build a woodsman's hut. That'd be cool. Get behind that. And we're building here, aren't we? We do have a free slot now. We want to build a building. In fact, can we look at the building browser? We want to build something in the capital that we can't build in all of our other locations. So that's the stuff that maybe is over here. A master engineer. Master engineers are doughty warriors, and while they might be more interested in drafting plans for fortifications, they are more capable of fighting on the front lines. It has just reminded me, one of our objectives, can we have a look at our objectives? It's not that one. Chapter objectives, this one, is, where art thou? It's maybe not in there. we did get an objective that said that we needed 10 grand, and when we get 10 grand, we lose 5 of it, but we get some research into gyrocopters. So I'm actually not going to spend any more money. How long have these got? 6 turns until they're fully replenished. That's a bit upsetting. We can go to war with what we've got, though. We've got plenty of siege equipment to just go straight in there. Do we know what their garrison is? Oh my god. That's a lot of things. Oh my god. Well, it's not going to be an easy battle. I don't think we'd ever think it was to begin with, but... Alright, and then we wanted this guy to come back to Iron Rock to defend this location against Black Crag should we fail. Maintain grudge issued. Maintain at least 10 public order in the Silver Road. Yeah, that's the one. Ah, this is it. At the start of your turn, have a treasury of 10,000 gold or more. Should take us a little while, but not too long. If we keep building profit-building buildings, then we'll do fine. Trading depot. Let's not spend too much, though. We want to save money. Hopefully, I'd like to cut down on some of the upkeep of our army, but it's literally these two guys, and we need them right now. So maybe when we take Black Crag, we'll actually reduce our numbers a little bit, if we haven't already hit nearly 10,000 by that point. It's all to do with where the winds of magic are changing. Good to know. Where are they changing? They are high in our region. Lovely. It isn't, technically. Is that the one? Yeah. It's not very good, personally, because we don't use magic. So it only benefits our enemies that the winds of magic have changed in such a way. With the legendary lord for the greenskins in this fog of war, I'm not sure whether or not I should bring this guy. I don't think it really matters. He's going to get destroyed either way, but I suppose we'll just leave him in Iron Rock for that reason alone. We get a little bit of a bonus for military presence. We need this. Drinking hall. Yeah, we're going to get that in 2 turns, which is alright. What's the population surplus here? It's 0. Okay. We want Black Crag anyway. We want that super duper location. We have technology. I think we wanted volley fire before. I think that was what our original plan was. There's retainers vows if we get oath stones. Hero recruit rank +1 for thanes. Armor +3 for lords and embedded heroes. So our lords and our heroes get better. Or we can make our quarrelers and thunderers better and more efficient. That's currently what we're going with. And then we can get damage increase for them. Masters of Steel and Stone commandment. Additional -5% to recruitment cost. Oh, actually, that's a thing. Yeah, we'll go with volley fire, I think. Want to make our range pretty awesome. We own this place, so what are we doing with it? We're just doing public order at the moment. Okay. Let's see. That's nice. Growth and tax rate. Yeah, let's just keep it on public order. We need this to be 10 as soon as possible. Which in 2 turns we'll be able to make the drinking hall, and in 3 turns following that we'll be getting more public order and hopefully get it to 100. So let's pass the turn and see if anyone feels threatened by our slow crawl towards Black Crag. I ain't gonna march. Can't make me. It will destroy us if the wrong person turns up. Those guys again. No one's turned up. Or at least they didn't show up on our screen. Got a neutral captain in their base doing horrible things to them, it seems. Can we tell what he's doing? I don't think so. Not that it really matters, to be honest. Right, let's get Thorgrim here. Hopefully the line of sight will show us anything that we need to know about. Like that. That's not. Savage Orc Araboys and Savage Orcs. I hope these are just orcs for the top knots and not super duper mega units that I've never come across before. I know they have frenzies apparently, which is nice. Not. Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. I won't lie. Right. Nothing's changing the grudges. Gunter Puckkammer of Border Princes has been found trespassing near Dock Karaz. Be wary of his intention. Yeah, we've seen him.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Yeah, let's find out what he's doing. I'd like to know why he's in our area, because he's walked through and then he's walked his way back again. And he doesn't like us, apparently. And it's not likely that he's going to make a non-aggression pact. Nope. Your assumptions that we are easy pickings are your undoing. I merely said, don't attack us. And I apparently claimed that they were easy pickings. If they attack one of our cities, then I'll be very upset. The problem is that if you look at the map... Oh, hang on. Oh, no. Subterfuge. We're being tampered with. By multiple things, apparently. Actually, hang on.
Sabotage, my lord. An enemy power has sent a hero to disrupt the running of your domain. This act of aggression cannot be left unanswered.
And I don't plan to. So, Clubber Spearchucker attempted to assassinate Thorgrim, and he failed. Wonderful. And he was stricken to the ground. Rebellion imminent. Death pass. Why? Faction. Technologies. Taxes. Hang on. Don't have taxes. That can hold us off for a while. We don't have a building to actually keep them in check, do we? I could up my military presence, I think. Well, we are going to attack Black Crag. Let's see what our odds are. Not in our favour.
Fortified, my lord. Weapons will be needed to bring down the walls. Prepare your warriors for a long siege.
So we can get siege towers and a battering ram, which will take us a turn. Total labour force. The labour force is used to construct siege engines for the upcoming assault. The size of your army determines the amount of labour available during a siege. The larger the army, the more labour is available. Okay. Right. Wall strength is at 100%. This is going to take us a turn for each of them. Yeah, we'll just get a battering ram because we do have the grudge throwers. So we should be able to hit them from a distance and knock down the doors anyway. So let's continue the siege. Hopefully this guy doesn't intervene too much, because we don't have any way of dealing with him. Problem is, I think that faction -2 is coming from the fact that Black Crag is owned by the Orcs, and I think that's what that means. There's no real way to stop this rebellion though, is there? Unless this helps. No, this just provides slots. You know what? Public order. That'll stop. Oh no, that's a different one. Silly. Carag drawn. Be a rebellion in 5 turns from now. We can hold off for that long. Bring Thorgrim back to fight off whatever rebellion force comes in. So are the Red Fangs going to stop us from attacking Black Crag? And is Grimgor going to reappear to take back some of our settlements? I thought that was him for a minute, and I panicked a little. What are you doing in my lands? Ready for duty! The runesmith is back. Yay! Quest successful. The Axe of Grimnir. Yes, we had 10,000, so they took 5,000 from us, and we've invested in guilds' workshops. The dwarf is never content to part with gold, but the upgraded workshops will allow this labour to proceed. And we get a new quest. Have 2 of any of the following units: a gyrocopter, a gyrobomber, or with a brimstone gun. Okay. Sweet. Right. Under the dark moon's glare, your warriors range deep into hostile lands, but all is not well. There are dark omens abroad, as if the shadow of some horned god was watching from the evil moon above. The army is fettered by Morsleib's glare, so we can do nothing. Or we can pay $1.50 to get a leadership bonus to improve our omens, which will improve our odds of beating Black Crag. I'm doing it. I am doing it. Right, it's time to get into this battle. We should have a siege engine now, which we do. And hopefully we can take this into our advantage. They do have 1 rock lobber, and that's it. We're going against Spinny Beard Taker. Or Spiny. Whatever. Right, let's fight the battle. I'll see you there, guys.
The siege weapons are ready, my lord. Deploy them against the enemy so we can see them in action.
Alright, so we are in for our first ever siege. There are 2 gates for us to attack. Is there any advantage to attacking one over the other? I suppose this one has less towers to attack against us. But maybe they know that, and that's maybe why they might be defending this spot. I'm not sure. We shall see. Right, let's first move this out the way. Our dwarf warriors with great weapons are the ones mounting the ram, which is good. That's what we want. And then we're going to get our grudge throwers, probably about that range. Can we tell what range these guys are at? I imagine they can just hit us anyway. Can we hit everyone on the wall and above? Actually, we can hit very far over. So I might be inclined to move these guys back a bit so that they don't get hit by any sort of ranged artillery and shift them over slightly. I think that's a bit of wasted space otherwise. Yep, that looks perfect. Right, so what is the range on our thunderers? Not that great. We've got quarrelers. Is their range any better or worse? Thunderers seem to have a less range. We all have ladders as well. So we are going to be able to mount the walls while we beat down the doorway, which is awesome. Because I imagine Thorgrim and his men can't exactly leap over a wall. So he'll be staying back for a little while. Right, so let's get our dwarf warriors right back here. And they're just going to go straight in and start building up the ladders. Can we even get... No, this is the white, so we can't get our miners in a strange position like we could last time. And let's get these guys in. These guys are going to provide fire upon the wall. We'll move them slightly forward when the battle starts. And then we'll start hitting them all. Right, okay. Let's start the battle, shall we? Right, first things first. Get the gatehouse in there. And move these guys forward into range. And start mounting the walls. Let's get them all up there. Like so. Go, lads. Go. And let's see. Let's try hit those groups there. Let's weaken the defensive force around the gate. Allows us to get in a little easier. These guys are going to be shifting around because there's nothing they can really do. Sweet. Get them. These are Black Orcs. Ooh. So the question is, how badly are these towers hurting our units? I'm not sure if they're hurting us too much. The rock lobber is though. That's somewhere back here. Just need to get those ladders up, and once we get the ladders up, then we should be alright. What are you guys doing? Let's just get these guys up. Almost engaged. You know what? Get you guys round here instead. There's no point getting you over there. And once we've mounted the walls, these archers will be lost. We do need to... Our ladders have docked the walls. Good to know. Oh, they're docking here. Sweet, we're getting up there. Gonna be fighting the arrow boys. Let's get the siege equipments to attack the melee units, because our dwarf warriors can absolutely just clear this arrow unit that's going to get decimated by our warriors. So if we can focus fire on those guys, then it'll be awesome. It's like 69, wonderful. And we're getting up on this wall as well. You guys attack them. They're going to lose a lot of their range capability at this rate. Yeah, look at them, they're already fleeing. Let's get our grudge throwers to stop attacking where our units currently are, because we'll probably end up losing a lot in the process. Hopefully this unit beats the Black Orcs. Yes, they do. Wavering. Right, hopefully block them in. That's the plan. And hit these guys. They're just leaping off the walls now. They've had enough. And our battering ram has hit their walls. It's about 50% the way through. We're going to try engage them on the walls first though, for the most part. Alright, you guys get in here. Corner these. The enemy gates are destroyed. Wonderful. Let's get them in. Shock cavalry, if we can engage them. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, just get straight in there. Thorgrim. He has a sword of anti-heroes now, so he's going to be able to boost himself, it seems. Right, let's move our ranged units forward so that they can shoot over the walls. Our grudge throwers can still do that. In fact, you guys can start hitting these units here. I've almost lost these minor units, but they were expendable to begin with. Get rid of that. Right. You guys, can you go take care of those shock troops? Actually, you know what? Take care of these Black Orcs. Finish those off. Could do with getting around this side, but ain't gonna happen. Grudge throwers, attack those units there, please. I think we're doing very well, personally. We could do with reinforcing this unit here. Can we get these guys down? It looks like we can. We're gonna get behind their general and mess up his day. Exposed flank. That's gonna be it. What we need. Yeah. There we go. They're being attacked from two sides now, and our lord's in. Let's get these guys down. We need to... Oh. Oh, that hurt. Can we find their rock thrower? Engage these guys. Get down there and fight them. Let's get Thorgrim to flank the cavalry. Their lord is, or their leader unit at least, is actually starting to flee and break. Let's get our grudge throwers to attack this unit and actually bring these guys back. Send them to attack there, I suppose. Because that is a big clump of units, and as long as we can keep them in place, we'll start decimating them. Look at the state of that. Anyone on the walls right now is getting destroyed. Yeah, look at that. Right. Grudge throwers, I want you in range, so we'll move you up a bit. Where are you now? There. Let's get you about there. Our ranged units are still able to fire upon theirs. They're orc boys, they're just fleeing. Look at them. Get wrecked, son. Right, let's recoup. Thorgrim, go there. Dwarf warriors, get down that way. Actually, you guys, fire at that clump right there. Jesus. Right, get in there, guys. Oh, that way, should I say. You guys down here. Yeah, I think as long as we can hit the majority of these units on this wall, oops, that unit specifically to weaken them, because we've stopped their attack from this side, which means we are able to get in here. Just need to know where their rock lobbers are, that's the only thing. There they are. Get in there. I believe in you guys. Right. These guys in now. Let's get a formation, melee front formation. This is about as the best melee front formation you can get. Let's get these guys going though. These guys are wavering now. Alright. You guys not want to take the doorway? One of your units has used all its ammunition. Good to know. Right, looks like our units got cut off by the orc boys. But they're not exactly against a unit that stands a chance against them. The stronger one of them, which is that one, go attack these black orcs. The others finish them off. Oh, just destroyed. Our great weapons are armor piercing, and these black orcs are armored, I believe, so they're no threat to us. Which means we can get into that siege equipment. Bring this force down this corridor. I'll take our time doing it as well. Ooh. There's a flank back here. You. Come back and fight these. If skirmish mode on. Skirmish mode on. There we go. Ah, they're fleeing anyway. But we need to keep them away. Right, grudge throwers, come this way so that you can hit the center. So we're going to go for the final push now. And I imagine it's going to be quite easy when we do. Our warriors flee. Oh, the fighting trolls. Ooh, the fighting trolls. Yeah, I'd run if I were you as well. But we have Thorgrim. Right. So, Thorgrim and your men go here. The ranged units go here. Might end up getting flanked, but we can readjust depending on what happens. These theirs? No, they're ours. Okay. You know what, you guys go fight those Ara boys. Looks like these... Oh, they're fully full health. Are these in range of those guys? Fire upon them. Actually, have you all run out of ammo, or are you just chilling? Get on your grudge throwers. There we go. I don't know why you dismantled, but... or whatever the correct terminology is. Thorgrim, get right in there. Thunderers, start firing. All of the dwarf warriors, engage those trolls. Don't let their hurtful comments take you out. Yeah, they're fleeing. Show them that you're not scared. Show them that you don't care about the horrible things they said. I imagine these Thunderers are quite effective at taking down monstrous units. Guns and all that. Yeah, look at the state of them, they're fleeing. They saw my army and knew they were no match. You guys come up here. Sweet. And we have won. Wonderful. Alright guys, I'll see you back in the loading screen. Just gonna see if I can finish everyone off. And we're back. So it was only a Pyrrhic victory, or however you pronounce it. Which means that we didn't do as well as we should have, but it was only 50-50 chances really, so the fact that we pulled it out in the first place is awesome. And they have no units remaining, so let's occupy Blackcrag, and that is another settlement or province finished. Let's just maintain control of it now. Blackcrag, let's give a public order bonus. -7, ooh. So it looks like there's going to be a rebellion in the next turn or two. Not much we can do about that. We can make a refectory though. That should counter it. But we are going to leave it here. So if you've enjoyed the content, be sure to leave a like. If you've loved the content, be sure to subscribe. And if you're not quite sure, stay for the end card, see the rest of the content we've got to offer. And as always, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.